Going live, I've got it on me, but you know what? I'm going to be turning it around so Ben and anybody else who's up here is going to be able to see the camera and see themselves on the camera. So go ahead and wave to everybody out there. All right. So Ben is up first, as we know, and we'll just go in order as we planned. And everything is done inside. I will be keeping time for everybody, including Ben. I typically try to keep the mic as close as possible so we're picking up the audio. So it's usually going to be right about there, whether you're using the table or the podium. Ben's decided he wants to use the podium, and that's just fine. So with that said, I'll be sitting back here throughout this. I'm using the rubric and making notes as you go and scoring you. And when we're all finished, please remember the folks that went today, before you walk out of class, turn your speech into the tray on my desk. That's going to be a separate grade. Once you're done, obviously you're done with your speech as well. But I'll be giving you a separate grade for that, okay? I'm keeping track of time. If you're presenting and you want to keep track of your own time, just so you know how much time you have, you're welcome to have a watch, your phone, even your Chromebook with the clock going. That is totally up to you. I keep the time over here, though, for my own self. Okay, questions for me before we get started? The order today is first Ben, followed by Sourish, Corbin. Is Corbin here? Corbin's here. Kaelyn, Derek, Sofie, and Addie. Okay?
Sofie isn't here.
Sofie's not here. Okay.
Where's Sofie?
Can you do a All right, with that said, Ben, we are ready for you. Undivided. Oh, would you get the door for us, Emma? Thank you so much. Undivided attention on Ben. By the way, you're speaking to us as a live audience. Don't be afraid to turn to the camera there. You should be able to see yourself right now, Ben. It's my computer, my laptop. If you wave, you're waving at the people out there. So you can always acknowledge the people that are on the live stream. Okay? All right, on your mark, get set, go.
I saw a video on making this optical illusion about a month ago, and I thought it was cool, so I started drawing it. First, you'll need a ruler, sharpened pencil, and a piece of paper. Draw a box using the ruler and the sharpened draw a box using the pencil and the ruler, and then draw another one outside. This will be the main part of your illusion. Line the outside box. Find the outside box using the ruler. Using the ruler. Draw another box on the corner of the inner one. Shade this box in. Line the inner box. Try to make the lines seem as though they are heading into the shaded box in the corner. You can shade every other square that you have created using the lines, if you want to. I'm just going to shade for You can use this illusion to confuse friends or with a speech your parents, or you can draw it whenever you get bored.
Round of applause for everyone. Ben. All right, first one in the books. That was 2 minutes, 31 seconds. You're timed out very well. That brings us to our second presentation. Sourish, let me give you a minute or two to get set up. If you need any help with that, just select a volunteer to do that. And if you want to use the table rather than the podium, you can. You can always move the projector over for you. It's got a nice long cord. Table gives you more space if you want it. You sure you don't want the table?
This is probably the best.
Okay.
Hi everyone. So have you heard of the Rubik's Cube? Well, actually many variations with a similar concept to the original, like this 2x2. Oh.
This will not count against ours this time. Probably better if you just restart completely. I'm going to restart. You kind of surprised me anyway. I didn't know you were starting. You're the first person to just go. All right, you ready? On your mark. Get set, go.
So have you heard of the Rubik's Cube? You probably have. There are actually many variations with a similar concept to the original, like this 2x2 or the pyramids. But have you heard of the Rubik's clock? Well, the clock is probably one of the most unknown and discrete puzzles officially recognized by the World Association. It was invented in 1988 by Christopher Wiggs and Christopher Taylor. However, the name is under Rubik's name because he bought the patent from them pretty early on. So the event is very special to me. I've had an eventful journey with this puzzle since 2021, and today I'll be teaching you to solve it. So this is a chi clock, and I definitely recommend buying this one before any others. It's around $30. Can be expensive for a puzzle toy, but this is the best overall value, as other clocks produced by other stores are not as good as this one and are only a little cheaper. So the clock is made up of pins, 4 pins, 4 dials, and 9 clocks on each side. There are 4 pins, 4 dials, which allow the clocks to be rotated, 4 pins, which basically allows the certain clocks to be rotated, and there are 9 clocks on each side of the puzzle. So to turn a clock, push a pin up and turn its corresponding dial. So this is the upright pin, so I'll use the upright dial to turn everything around it. So if a pin is up, then all the clocks surrounding it will be affected. So for even if we have multiple pins up, these 2 will be this pin surrounds these 4, this pin surrounds these 4, so all of these will move. So our objective is to align all the clocks to 12 o'clock. So let's drum it up. So the first step is to solve a cross on the first side. We'll do this by calling the center clock always solved. Okay, the center clock is always solved. So we're just going to match the center clock to all the other edges to create a cross on the front side. So we'll use this pin to match this center clock to this top edge. So we have this pair, and now we'll take what we've already solved, this pin, and match it to this one. And do the same thing to this one. We got a little lucky because this is already solved, and make sure to align to the red line when you're done. You can't really see the red line is right here. So flip it over and do the exact same thing. This time we don't actually have to align to the red line because it's we're gonna take it out in just a second. We got extremely lucky here because we got 3 corner skips, but I'll scramble up a little more because demonstration. So you put, for now it's time for corners. We'll put all the pins up but one. And this the corner clock that is closest to the pin that is down is the one we're going to be solving. So we'll use any of the dials, but this one because this is the clock closest to the pin that is down. And we'll match it to everything we've done to this corner, like that. And we'll repeat this idea 2 other times because this is already solved. And we got a little lucky again, but now we're just going to line everything to the red line, and boom, we're done. So keep in mind there are penalties when competitively solving, such as the DNF, which is a did not finish, which is not great. It's even if it's like off by 1 tick, this is considered a DNF, and it's not good. So after learning and mastering these ideas, go out there and teach others. This could have served as motivation to try other puzzles, or even compete in an official competition. There are like hundreds across the globe, and many in Texas. So try that out. So I hope you discovered something new today, and try it out.
Really was.
3 minutes, 56 seconds.
Wow.
Nice job. So
Wait, did you say you did like a 5-second talk? Wait, 4 is the limit? 4 minutes?
4 minutes is the top limit.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, we've seen 2 really good, really strong presentations. So nice job, boys, for leading us off today. Now, Corbin, I know you were out yesterday, but I had you scheduled for today. I assume you're ready to go.
Kind of. That might be over for me.
It might be, did you say longer or shorter?
Yeah, it might be longer.
Oh, longer, okay.
And loud.
A lot longer and loud. What in the world?
Because he has a buzzer, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, let me give you a minute or two. You want to get somebody to help you out? Do something. Raise your hand if you'd like to help.
Corbin, can I pick multiple?
If you need multiple, you're welcome.
I know Joseph. I know you make me like God.
Okay, I don't think it's that
I need lots of people.
I know lots of people. I have 3 people. I don't know a lot.
We got a comment for Sourish. Good job, Sourish. No, we yeah, we just move it slightly over this way, so you can do it from here instead. Is that okay? And we'll just kind of slide all your stuff over. Oh yeah, we had one earlier. You know Red? Yep. It is. Isaac is here. So yeah, just get your stuff all arrange the way you want it. Should be plugged in and good to go. I don't think that's gonna fall or anything. Here's your audience out there. Let's just make sure you're framed in the camera. Looks like you're good. Okay. So we are interested in staying on time. So part of that is just having you guys ready to go with the next presentation. So eyes on Corbin, voices off, of course. And Corbin, let me get myself ready here. Grab my clock. Yeah, so Corbin was out yesterday, but looks like you came in ready to go, so you should be good. I'm going to start your time in 3, 2, 1.
Today I'll be teaching you how to make a smoothie. I used to love making these with my family on hot days, and they taste pretty good. First, you're going to want to put on some gloves. Okay, we don't need gloves. So,
Good enough.
if you're serving it to an audience, because I'm going to just pour it in. you can use different types of fruits, but for this I'm using strawberry and blueberries. First, you want to put in some milk, a good amount. Usually like a cup's good, but I'll just guess. And then you're gonna want to put in.
There's no interruption. No talk.
Then you're gonna want to put in your fruit of choice, which I already dumped this in right here. And then I like to put a little honey on top for extra sweetness. And a little bit more milk. So, next, you can blend it with the top one. Let's get this stuff one second. It's frozen. I don't think I have much time, but you could blend it more if you want it more smooth. But for now, we're just gonna see how it tastes. If you want to come up and get a cup.
Wait. Sorry, I have a civilized way of doing these things.
Oh, I have to have my hands on it. Have a good day. Oh wait, yeah.
You're only clapping because you want smoothies.
Exactly.
Actually, no, you did a good job. But yes, I do have a certain way so that we don't have you attacked by a mob of hungry fifth graders, sixth graders. Here's what I need you to do. First of all, would you please test it yourself or yours? Give yourself a little bit. We got 20 plus people in the room.
I gotta make sure it's not spoken.
So thick.
Yeah, it's because I couldn't blend it.
That's okay. We have a solution to this. So give yourself just a little. Just a little. All right. We want to see you taste it.
No, you just don't. You eat the cup. You eat the cup with it.
I was frozen.
I love my smoothies crunchy, okay? You eat the cup with it. Oh. I use that.
This one isn't as good as the ones I made at my house.
Still pretty good though, I bet. All right. Now here's how we're going to do this. Because it's a little thick and it's a little frozen, we're going to give it a little time. So rather than have him take the time now to pass out a bunch of cups, I'm going to have Corbin set that to the side, and you can put it right behind this microwave. Okay? And he'll come back with his spatula, and I would keep the spatula right next to it. And you can just stir it periodically as it starts to melt a little bit. It'll obviously loosen up, and then we ought to be able to pour some towards the end of class. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 presentations. So, first of all, 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Of course, I left it running for the last 2 minutes. You made time. Good job. Second of all, our next person is Kaelyn, so I'm gonna have Kaelyn choose a volunteer if she needs one. Somebody seated and quiet, preferably.
Can I say something?
Oh, no, not
You
at
really
all.
don't have
Seated
time.
quiet. I was
Nobody's gonna. Yeah, go ahead and clean up, get a volunteer if you need one, Corbin.
That's not a good idea.
There's no way we need that many volunteers, people. Come on, have a seat.
I was kind of
That was not a good idea.
I know, it was very bad idea. I have past experience.
I'm going. Kinda.
Oh,
Could have been just been nice and waited and let.
thank you for this.
I gotta add. I don't know
Okay.
what
So,
all your ingredients are going to that.
this is just here just in case.
Hi.
For the record.
Okay, anyway.
All right, Kaelyn, wow, you've got a spread up there. You got everything
Yes, I
you need?
do this. Someone can help. No,
I got you, my man. What you need me to do?
You know what? Go for it. Yeah, just take it out. I'm not gonna serve them yet, but we can just put it on top of it. Oh, they're great. They may look a little deformed. I promise they taste not deformed.
No, that's okay. All right, come on, have a seat, everybody. Just a reminder, our undivided attention, of course, on our speaker. There's really not an opportunity to interject, unless it's me for some reason. We really don't want to break anybody's concentration. Okay, so keep that in mind as we go. Kaelyn, I'm going to start your time. On your mark, get set, go.
Have you ever had a sweet tooth? I have. Hi, my name's Kaelyn, as you already know, and today I'll be showing you how to make mini cheesecakes. Ever since I was little, I've loved preparing food for others, and I don't usually get to do it. But when I found this recipe and learned I could do it as an assignment, I knew I had to. First, you're going to want to set a muffin tin and all of your other ingredients, cream cheese, frosting or yogurt of your choice, a topping if you please, crackers or cookies, melted butter, spoons, and probably napkins, as well as 2 clean bowls in front of you. You're going to want to make sure you have your muffin tin and liner as well. Start by combining your cookie of choice and melted butter to make a crust. You can crush this using a metal spoon, a food processor, or anything that works for you. Once it's nice and blended, you're going to want to apply it to the bottom of the muffin liner. Because this one's for me, I'm going to be using my hands. I did not use my hands for the other ones. I promise they're completely sanitary. Apply this crust to the bottom of your muffin liner in a nice even layer. Once it looks good, you can just place it on down. Then you're going to want to construct your topping. This is strawberry yogurt and cream cheese. Blend until evenly mixed. And apply this like you did to the crust in an even layer, and try not to use too much. Once you've completed that step, you're done. All you have to do, and the step is optional, but I recommend completing it for best results, is place it in the fridge for 1 to 2 hours. And that's all. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy your cheesecake.
That was great. Kaelyn, 2 minutes, 5 seconds, so perfect timing. I know you also have some samples, I believe you guys pre-made.
I do.
Can we set those to the side like we're doing with the smoothie and what was the others? Do we have another sample we were gonna, was it just the smoothie?
It's just those.
Okay, because I'd like to do the sharing of samples at the end, to make sure we get everybody's presentation on time. So if I can have those same volunteers help Kaelyn deconstruct first set. And you can set those cheesecakes preferably there or wherever Kaelyn wants them, I guess. Let's get
That's like go in the other bag.
What you looking at, Ben?
I'm looking at who's on screen.
Nice.
I love you already.
That was crazy. You. I'm gonna make this coin.
Right, Derek, do you need any help? Yeah, it's your time. So you're gonna have to go ahead. Get on up there. If you need a volunteer to help you out, just do so.
I'm pretty confident.
Sure.
Derek, you need an extra hand?
Sure.
Oh, Sam's got his hand up. Oh, Ellen had her hand. You choose.
Sam, I guess.
Hello, YouTube. Hey, wow, we're up to 6 viewers, everybody. Y'all want to wave and say hello? All right, thanks for tuning in out there. We got Derek getting set up.
No, that's so weird. That's a sample. Why is it so like
My dad
All right. I'm just keeping a sharp eye on the time, making sure we can get our last. Sofie's not here, so we got Derek, obviously, and then Addie's our final one for today. Addie, I'm hoping we have time to get to you. What were you going to present?
I was going to teach you guys how to
The
draw.
drawing. So I might end up having to bump you. We'll see. It's 106, 107, and we're done at 123. So we should have time. I'm going to get Derek started right now, but I want to make sure we have time to pass out samples as well. Okay. With that said, Derek, looks like you're ready with the lemonade. I'm going to get you started with the clock. On your mark, get set, go.
Hi, today I'll be showing you how to make lemonade. First, gather all of your ingredients. Lemons, sugar, pitcher, cups, a squeezer, and a mixing spoon. First, squeeze your lemons. Cover your eyes. To save time, I've already squeezed the rest of the lemons to put it into this container. Next, I'll add the sugar. I know. Then I'll add the water. Lastly, I'll stir from the bottom to make sure it mixes well. Now, pour and serve. That's it.
Fantastic, Derek. Thank you. Will you do the same thing as everybody else? You can set the lemonade here, kind of on the side.
Okay, well,
We'll get to pouring that. I assume you brought some cups.
yeah, but this is just the pitcher. The
Yep.
sample's over here.
Oh,
Because it's actually chilled.
oh, wow. You got What do you plan to do with the other one then?
I don't know.
All right.
I gotta take it home.
I'm gonna let Derek start cleaning up his stuff, and Derek, if you want Sam to come up, he can help you out with that. You can, we can probably serve up both if people don't mind, slightly warm lemonade. I'm sure you don't. With that said, we've got Addie getting ready to go the final one, and then we'll do some samples. Addie, if you want, we can move from the podium to the table. If you're more comfortable on the table, it's up to you. I know you're using the projector, so podium, okay.
I didn't say that. That's very helpful.
Good to know.
Okay. So, Addie, I'm gonna just move the internet a little closer so that, because I know you're relying heavily on that board there.
Like I'm trying to script or
Did you even write them? Is that everything? Okay, go ahead and turn it in. There's the bell one more time as we get ready for our final presentation, and then we should also have a little time left to distribute some of these fabulous samples. And with that said, I've lost my phone. Oh, there it is. With that said, Addie, getting your clock started here. On your mark, get set, go.
Hello, and today I will be teaching you guys how to draw a basic dragon head. I've always loved to draw dragons, and I hope to pass this passion on to you guys. So what you're going to need is a basic pencil and paper. Now to start off, and make sure your paper is horizontal. To start off, you're going to draw a circle in the middle of the paper. Next, draw a smaller one in front of that. Now, this is showing us where we're going to put everything. This being the muzzle and this being the head. Now that you've got this down, you can draw a little L in between these two. Come down to the front of this oval and stop about halfway. Now what you're going to do is draw a little frowny face and a longer one back. Then, for the chin, come down almost at the bottom, but not quite at the oval, the smaller oval. Take it all the way back in a straight line to about the back of the circle. Now, for the forehead, curve back, like so. Now, this is the head, and now we will add all the little details. First, the horn, which is just a thin, long triangle out of the back of the head. For the ear, you can draw a little line out and curve in. Now on the inside of it, draw a little funny face like this. For the back of the jaw, you can draw little spikes up to the ear. You can also just make it curve too. At the base of the horn, you will draw a curve to give it a little bit of depth. Now lastly, for the eye, you draw a straight line at about the top of the L and curve down to the bottom. On the inside, draw a little circle, and there is your basic dragon.
Well, that's fantastic. 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Way to get it in under the nose there. So that wraps up today's. Obviously, Sofie will go on a different day. I'll probably, anybody that we don't get to, and it's very possible with as many kids as we have, that we won't get to everybody's tomorrow. My goodness, we have eight of you going. So Sofie, I'll bump to Thursday. Anybody we don't get to could even be bumped to Friday. But right now, everybody should be prepared to go on the day that they're assigned. These people go tomorrow. Madison, Emma, Ellen, Peyton, Jack, Josh, Marty, Avery. You may bring your materials in the morning and drop them off here. If you need some kind of special thing, like for instance, refrigeration, I have a small fridge. I can't promise that I can put the large things in there. So try to bring an ice chest or something small to keep things cool if you need that. Okay? Also, please remember at the end of the day, and this is for my people that went today, you're welcome to store things in here throughout the rest of the day. Just remind yourself to come back and pick them up and take them home, okay? All right, with that said, my people who have things to distribute, you may get one person to help you and bring them around.
Mr. Dirty. Please help us help.
All right, well, we're going to get eaten over here, so great job, everyone. Yes, we are passing that along. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and see you later.
Okay, fine.